I'm Ashley Lauren Spencer. I'm also autistic and ADHD. And over the last 4.5 years, I've developed a in-depth industry knowledge on chew necklace structure, the mechanics of chew necklaces, and the engineering behind chew necklaces. I have tested dozens of chew necklaces by chewing on them myself to determine what type of chewer the chew necklace would be good for before I put it in my store. This has given me a lot of engineering experience on bite force and how much bite force can a pendant take. First, we're going to talk about the chew necklace materials. So chew necklaces are all made from the same standard silicone from China. And silicone is always going to provide a resistance. You see this leaf pendant here. Now, it's the thinnest chew necklace in the store, but as you can see, it still bends. It's still flexible, but it's giving a lot of resistance when I try to bend it. Silicone will never be soft. It will never be too hard, but it's always just right. So if the pendant is a structure that allows for flexibility, then you'll feel the flexibility when you're chewing on it. And if it's a thicker, harder structure, then it can still squish. So what you want is a resistant squish. You want to feel it kind of squished down a little bit when you're biting down pretty hard on it, but you don't want to feel soft material. You want to feel that pushback when you're chewing. And the structure is what matters most. Like as I showed you earlier, kind of like with my heart chew necklace here, I designed this one to be flexible, and as you can see, it bends, but it still snaps back into place. And that's what you want. If a material is too soft, that means that the structure is weak and it's going to break very quickly and become a choking hazard. So you want that resistance. Now, not every chew structure is going to be immune from breaking. It depends on how it's made, how it's engineered. So what I'm going to do is teach you how to determine which chew structure can handle the bite force that you have when chewing on chew pendants. This is the teardrop chew necklace, and as you can see, it has a smooth texture. There are no ridges, no bumps, and just simple seams on the side. Now, because this is smooth, this is going to be a light chewer only. Smooth, non-textured chew necklaces are always going to be light chewer. Now, a medium chewer could chew it, but if you have a harder level of medium chewing, then you're going to leave teeth marks. And teeth marks are what determines how fast it will break. Now, if it doesn't get teeth marks, then it can last a lot longer for you. But the faster it gets teeth marks, that means it's going to break a lot faster. This here is the dog tag chew necklace. So as you can see, it's smooth and it feels about the same thickness. You probably can't see on the video, but there's teeth marks all over this pendant from me chewing on it to test its durability. And what I found with this one is because there's no texture or anything, it's very smooth and very thin, it started getting a little deformed when I chewed on it. And this is just biting on it a few times. So if you are a strong chewer, you'll want to avoid anything smooth. Anything smooth is going to break on you really fast, and you don't want anything to break because that's when stuff becomes a choking hazard. This is the prism pendant chew necklace. Now this one, because the structure is so thin and so narrow, this will get crushed under the bite force of a medium hard or hard chewer. This will not last very long. If you are a strong chewer, this will probably last less than 24 hours because the structure itself is too thin and too narrow. Now, the texture on this one, since there's no bumps or ridges, it's individually these sides. Because it has multiple sides, that's where the texture comes from. So that makes it last longer. But it'll last longer for a medium chew. Now, I did chew on this one in particular for 5 or 6 hours straight. And I chewed on it kind of hard, but I wasn't non-stop chewing on it hard. I was biting on it. I held it in between my teeth. Because it's long, it kept me from grinding my teeth, so I would just kind of leave it there. It was a really good way to let out a lot of energy. This here is the textured prism chew necklace. The texture is very small. So because it's sort of like a small beady texture, this could be chewed off by a hard chewer. Now, the structure itself with the texture and the shape of it, the prism shape, could make it last longer for like a medium chewer. These have a similar structure to the outline, except the outline design is extremely thin around the edges, and when it's extremely thin around the edges, it has no resistance and it's gonna break like within a couple minutes. So what you want is something that's really thick. Like these edges are very thick. This is the feather chew necklace. The part that you'll chew on will mainly be this section right here, and there's an indented texture. Now the indented texture keeps it from getting those teeth marks, which you don't want it to get teeth marks, because as soon as it starts getting teeth marks, it starts wearing down. You're looking for something and you want something that's flexible, make sure it still snaps back into place. This is the spider chew necklace. Now, this one used to be in my store. It's not anymore. This particular structure has very large indented where you can stick your finger all the way in there. Because the indents on this pendant are so deep, this does not help it last longer, because the main surface of this spider chew is smooth. This is the shark tooth chew necklace. Now this one is a little shimmery. When I first started out, I didn't know any better as to what the shimmer comes from. The shimmer comes from coating it with mica, and it makes the structure of the silicone weak. So anything shimmery, you want to avoid that, because that structure alone, if it has that shimmery coating, the silicone will break faster. Because the structure is so thick and so firm and has the texture, that makes it good for a hard chewer. Last I'm going to show you is my hard chew necklace. Now I designed this structure myself. This was my own personal engineering, down to how thin it is, how flexible it is, the strength, the type of texture. So I wanted to make something that is thin and flexible and does not get teeth marks. That's the key. Do not get teeth marks. Because what a super hard chewer needs is something that does not get teeth marks. Now, on this heart chew pendant, if a super hard chewer were to chew on the top smooth part of the heart, this would absolutely get teeth marks. It would bend and deform and get out of shape really fast. But the texture on the bottom half is what keeps it from getting teeth marks. If you want to learn more, check out my channel. I have a lot of videos on trade secrets and safety warnings about the chew necklaces to avoid. So I will see you later.